Wow, what a crazy Friday college football card. All I could think of was the movie Dog Day Afternoon. Because when the puppies are barking like that, there's only two things that are happening, and neither one of them are good from our perspective as gamblers. Sports books are making a ton of money, and we generally are losing our shirts because basic human nature is that we all gravitate toward the favorites. Which is okay. If you're only betting one or two games on the board, you can easily find a favorite if you're so inclined. But when so many pups are winning the games outright yesterday, oh, it's just abnormal, and that's bad news. I mean, look at what happened. The nighttime game, Virginia Tech, a small 1.5 to 2 point underdog. Okay, Hokies beat Virginia 24-20. But how about earlier today? Ball State, a team that got hammered at UMass a few weeks back, a 10-point road dog at Bowling Green, naturally. They win by 17 points. How about Western Michigan? A Western Michigan team that was undefeated against the odds makers this season. They're laying around 8 points at home against Northern Illinois. Naturally, Northern Illinois wins that game outright by 10 points. Then, the strangest game, Marshall, undefeated on the season. Undefeated. They're laying 23 points or so at home against Western Kentucky. And the Hilltoppers win the game outright 67-66 in overtime. Entertaining, but not good from a gambling perspective, that's for damn sure. Then you go further down and you look at South Alabama, a 7.5 point dog getting the easy cover against Navy in a 42-40 loss. Then you look at Arkansas, a team that I thought yesterday may have a chance to win at Missouri, and it looked good early. But then Mizzou, a 2.5 point underdog, beats the Razorbacks outright. Of course, maybe it was an overreaction that Arkansas was laying the points in this one anyway. After all, they were coming off consecutive home shutouts of two slumping teams, Ole Miss and LSU, and well, getting the job done at home as opposed to going to Columbia, well, that's a different story. Oh, but it got worse. There was UCLA. UCLA, once again, Jim Mora Jr.'s team having it within their reach. All they had to do was win the damn game, and they're going to be playing for the Pac-12 title. What happens? Stanford once again owns them. I mean, it is amazing how the Cardinal have UCLA's number. UCLA is 6.5 point home dog, winners of 5 in a row. They lose the game 31-10. I gave you UCLA as a free pick yesterday. I happened to mention that UCLA over the past 3 years, no matter who the personnel they had on the field, averaging 35 points a game, but Stanford just put the clamps on them. And they did it again yesterday, holding the Bruins' potent attack just 10 points. Now you know why Stanford came into the game with the number 7 ranked defense in the country. You had Arizona State, 3-point dog at Arizona. Wildcats win it in a wild one in Tucson, 42-35. But then the game that really got me personally and also in my wallet, Colorado State. I'm going with Colorado State. They'd won 9 straight games there at Air Force. The Falcons, of course, got obliterated at San Diego State last Friday night. I figure, hey, this is a great spot to go ahead, ride Colorado State. What happens at 7.5 point favorite? They lose outright 27-24. Go figure. And that's the way Friday's college football card was. Hey, but today is another day, and today is a day to get money back. That's as far as I'm concerned. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, and this, of course, is going to be your Saturday video report. As you know, each and every Saturday for the past 3 years, I've given you a money-saving discount coupon code that could potentially save you hundreds of dollars off your total purchase price, and today is no different. That coupon code is 25%, 25PERCENT, and that will save you 25% off your total purchase price today. Now, that is a mix and match coupon. That means you can use it to buy any combination of handicappers picks and or packages, and once you put them in your shopping cart, you apply that coupon 25PERCENT, and that will take 25% off your total purchase. The only stipulation is it's a one-time usage coupon, so you can't come in and get Jeff Benton's 5th straight $200 college football play and then come back later and get Matt Rivers' college total of the year. No, you've got to put everything in your shopping cart at one time, and that's how you maximize your saving. Now, if you happen to be a package player, let's say that you're in the middle of a 30-day package with Jeff Benton and you have 5 days left. You want to buy another 30-day package. Well, you can do that. You would then have 35 days left in your new package, right? 5 current, 30 new. But more importantly, you would not only get the 25% discount off the next 30-day package, but if you have any instant rebates applicable, they would also work out and save you even more money. Again, if you ever have any questions about the coupons, the way it all works, just contact customer service. Even on a Saturday when they are overwhelmed, they will generally get back to you within 10 minutes. So email them using the customer support link should you have any questions, etc. A couple of big plays to be aware of today. Steve Buden's #1 football crew, the Cali Cartel, 20 wins, 7 losses, and a push this season. Not too shabby. Today, 59 football winner, number 14 out of 15, their double-digit blowout of the year. And you save $75 by using coupon code CALI, CALI. And I mentioned Jeff Benton earlier today, not only going for winning day number 25 out of 38, but today, 6th ever 200-dime college lock of his career. 4 straight 200-dime college football winners the past 5 Saturdays, and you got each of them for over half price off, just like today, as you save $70 by using coupon code Jeff, his first name, Jeff. And keep in mind, guys, this is even bigger than his 75-dime NFL winner, number 9 out of 10 on the Eagles outright at Dallas on Thursday. More than twice as big. His last 4 college football 200-dime plays. Well, the last one was Texas 28-7 at Oklahoma State a couple of Saturdays ago. Before that, it was Georgia Tech the week prior, hammering NC State on the road in Raleigh by 33 points. 4 weeks ago, Duke outright in overtime at Pittsburgh. 5 weeks ago, Rice by 20 over North Texas. And keep in mind, Jeff Benton, all he's done for his customers here, $10 bettors have made $19,300 since early April. And don't miss Matt Rivers, winner number 15 out of 21 overall over the past 3 months. Top-rated 5,000-star play, college football total of the year. 8-2-1 in his 11 years as a charter member of the site with this play. And you get it for $9 by using coupon code MATT9, M-A-T-T, and the number 9. Let me get to your complimentary plays today. I've got 3 of them for you, 2 in the Big Ten and 1 in the Big 12. In the Big Ten, I'm going to ride Ohio State at home today against Michigan. Brady Hoke's probable final game as the Wolverines head coach. Of course, they ended up their home season last week. Michigan did by losing at home to, who was it? Maryland, 23-16. Now listen, Ohio State is not going to be taking Michigan for granted, especially last year after a 16.5-point favorite. The Buckeyes were damn lucky to win that game a season ago because Devin Gardner, the Michigan quarterback, was just having a phenomenal career performance for the Wolverines last year on a 42-41 win by Ohio State. Gardner, 32 for 45, 451 yards, 5 touchdowns. Missing, however, on the 2-point conversion attempt with 32 seconds to play that allowed Urban Meyer's squad to escape with the win. Some will say that perhaps being a 21-point favorite here today, perhaps Ohio State gets caught looking ahead to the Big Ten championship game a week from now. But I don't think that happens because I think Ohio State will be totally focused because of the playoff bowl committee trying to earn those style points and the fact that they remember how Michigan almost pulled the upset a year ago. Ohio State has won 9 of the last 10 in the series. Straight up, they've covered 7 of those 10. They've won 23 in a row in regular season play. Michigan, strong defense, but I think Ohio State, after a couple of lackluster performances the last 2 weeks, even though they won at Indiana, against Indiana at home and at Minnesota, since that Michigan State blowout 3 weeks ago, they haven't really played that well, but I think that all changes today, and they get the job done. I'm also going to go with Michigan State. Minus the 2 touchdowns at Penn State. You know, Penn State's big problem all season long. An offensive line that was inexperienced and injury-riddled even before the season kicked off. And that has manifested itself in 2 big problems. One, the offensive line affords Christian Hackenberg, so strong as a freshman last year, no protection. Penn State quarterback sacked 39 times already. The other thing is they can't run the ball. Last year, they could run the ball at ease. This year, they're averaging 3.1 yards per carry. Now, it is true, Penn State has not lost more than 1 game, only 1 game all season by more than a touchdown, but I got to go with Michigan State in here. I mean, Michigan State has the best pass rush in the Big Ten, one of the best in the nation, in fact. They are the highest scoring team in the Big Ten. Matter of fact, number 6 in scoring in the country, 44 points a game. You know, Baylor averages 50. Michigan State averages 44. kind of strange how you don't think of the Spartans as one of those highfalutin, high-powered offensive teams, but they get the job done. Lions coming off a 16-14 loss at Illinois. They've lost 5 of their last 7. The only wins in that stretch coming against Temple at home and at Indiana. Spartans 16-4-1 against the spread in their last 21 games as a road favorite. I'm going to lay the 2 touchdowns with Michigan State in this one. Your final free selection is going to be Kansas State in the annual Sunflower State showdown with arch rival Kansas. Of course, you can't really have an arch rival if the arch rival doesn't really play well, and that's the problem with KU. I mean, this Kansas team, it's a joke. Home finale for Kansas State, who close at Baylor next week. Listen, this is a team that's still in contention for a possible berth in the Big 12 championship game. They're coming off the 26-20 road win at West Virginia after losing the prior week at TCU. Kansas off a 44-7 loss at Oklahoma, a game in which the Sooners freshman running back ran for like 14,000 yards in that game. No, I mean, he only ran for 427. A new Division I record, right? Kansas State tied for first in the Big 12 in terms of scoring defense, giving up 21 points a game. I think if they play this game twice this week, I don't think Kansas scores 21 points in the game. I think that Kansas State will look to get its ground game back in gear here today against this very porous Kansas rushing attack. And listen, Bill Snyder has owned the Jayhawks. Since he returned to Manhattan to resuscitate this Kansas State program, he's 5-0 straight up and against the spread against Kansas. 17 meetings with Kansas, 16-1 straight up and against the spread. A couple of other numbers for you. Kansas State has covered 16 of the last 20 meetings overall. Kansas State is on a 15-6 ATS run playing in Manhattan. Kansas State has covered 7 of its last 8 in this regular season, with the lone loss coming at TCU a couple weekends back. Kansas has lost 32 consecutive games on the road, going 10-21-1 against the spread in them. And the Jayhawks are just 6-14-1 against the spread in their last 21 as a road dog. And here's the best one of all. Bill Snyder, since coming back to take over the Kansas State program for a second time, as in Big 12 play, 36-13-1 against the spread. That is pretty damn impressive. So I'm going to go with Kansas State as your final free selection there, along with Michigan State and the Ohio State Buckeyes. And that'll do it for today's report. Best of luck to you guys, and I will catch you again on Sunday when we do this again.